today I'm going to be organising the books on my bookshelves because they are messy, and I've got a new bookshelf recently, which means I have moved stuff around and everything's not in a good place. So I'm going to be reorganising my books, probably within genres some, and then also alphabetically within the genres, but I'll see how it goes, kind of thing. Probably I'm going to start with fantasy, partially just because there's a lot of those on my shelf, so that will get a big chunk of it out of the way, and then I can see what I want for the other shelves. So this shelf is going to be the fantasy shelf. I'm probably going to start by emptying him off completely and then going through the other shelves, finding the fantasy books and starting to alphabetize them from the top down. Cool, good, let's go. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm going to be listening to an audiobook. Currently reading Heat of the Everflame, so I'll be listening to that while doing the organising. Now they're all empty, and this is what the couch looks like, and there's a stack down there. So I put them all on their sides so that they are easier to see and will be easier to put back on the shelf because I can see, and then all the others that are stacked the other way are for different sections of the bookshelf. I decided to write down the alphabet on my whiteboard so that I didn't have to keep singing the alphabet song in my head over and over and over again as I tried to organise my books, so I just had a visual reference instead. Fantasy shelf is done. Next I'm going to work on some of these, which is like sci-fi and dystopian and paranormal vampire stuff, as well as I need to fix up the Shadowhunters shelf a bit. Cool, so we'll get into that. I ended up rearranging the fantasy books a little bit more because I almost didn't have enough room for the ones I had, and I did end up with an extra shelf on the shelf next to it. So I moved the Shadowhunters books down some, moved over some of the fantasy books, and they all fit a lot better. There was a lot more wiggle room, which meant I did end up going around and on all of the shelves, any that had enough room to turn a book facing forward just to make it so there weren't too many big gaps. I did that as well. Also, even though I wrote down the alphabet on the whiteboard, I still made heaps of mistakes. Like, in the fantasy section, I put all of the N's, for some reason, in the middle of the M's. Like, how did that even happen? I don't even know. So I haven't fixed it in this video, but I have fixed it. I have finished organising them, and I'll take you shelf by shelf, showing you just an overview of what they look like. This shelf on the left here stayed the same. I didn't rearrange anything, but I'll show you what's on it anyway. So this is my Harry Potter books, and then my Yona of the Dawn manga. I have some graphic novels, and then another manga shelf, and then more graphic novels, and then finally at the bottom is my Junji Ito horror manga shelf. On the second bookshelf, we start off with a shelf of fantasy, and then below that we have Cassandra Clare Shadowhunters books, and then underneath that we have middle grade and middle grade fantasy, and then next is my sci-fi books. Below that we have dystopian, and then on the bottom we have paranormal. This whole next shelf is fantasy, so I'll just show you each of the shelves. I have a skinny shelf and a regular shelf next to each other here, and the category kind of goes across both of them, so I'll probably show you both of these at the same time. So this first one is children's books / books I read as a kid. So we've got that one, and then it continues along over here. And then underneath that we've got mystery, thriller, horror books, which also continues along. This shelf is my classics. This is adult fiction and adult romance books. Below that is my YA fiction, YA contemporary. I've got a few shelves of that. And then lastly is my non-fiction shelf. So that's it. That's me rearranging my books. You should let me know in the comments, how do you organize your books? Do you separate them into genres or alphabetically? Do you just go completely off of aesthetics, how they look, or what? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!